this gloriously sunny Tuesday morning. Blue is sitting on the windowsill, wagging a tail. I think she can see a bird in the tree. I've come on with a bit of a day in the life video today. We'll see how we get on, see how much of my day I actually show you. But about 2 weeks ago or so ago, I was approached by this company, somebody called Aya from a company called BLEDS. Did I want to review some of their 6x6 scrapbooking paper? I've been approached by quite a few companies recently, and because I've been so busy, I haven't really replied to any of them. But I thought, well, you know, no spend, low spend year. Let's get something for nothing. I was allowed to choose one 6x6 paper pack from their site, but I was a bit cheeky and said, oh, I like that one as well. And they have said they will send me new releases as and when they publish them. So I will leave a link to these products down below. And they do 12x12 and 6x6 paper pads. The camera is making these look very dull, but actually they're not. So they haven't got a huge amount to choose from. But there's some quite nice designs, and I will leave a link, as I say. Very reasonably priced in dollars, $8.99 and $7.99. I believe that the sheets are single-sided, which can be useful. But let's get in and have a look at what I actually chose and what they've sent me. So this arrived, where are we? Tuesday. This arrived yesterday, so it's taken about a week. You know, back and forth emails, me deciding what I wanted, but it's taken about a week to get here. And we're going to make a little something with one of the papers today. So it's come sturdily packed in a nice little jiffy bag, and then these are the 2 pages, or 2 pads rather, that I've chosen. We'll have a look at this one first. So this is the Vintage Rose. Oh, they've sent me 2 of each. Oh, maybe you get 2. This is 160 GSM. Colours may vary. 12 designs, 1 sheet. Oh, okay. So they've sold it separately, but they've wrapped it separately, but you get 2 of each. So that's useful. So you don't have to dirty the other one. So let's get in and have a look. I thought Vintage Rose, you know, it's timeless, isn't it? So this is the cover sheet. And of course you could cut those and use them for something, couldn't you, in your little journals or whatever. And those little squares are 1.5 inches roughly, 4 centimetres roughly. So you've got little elements there that you could cut up and use. So it feels quite nice quality. It does say it's acid and linen free, so it's archival quality. Yes, single-sided. So you've got this map one. This was the sheet that kind of attracted me to this particular paper pad. So I like this typewriter. It's very Tim Holtzy, quite grungy. But then you've got the vintage florals with little butterflies and all the text and bingo cards and things. So that's the second one. Then we've got this, very useful. And of course, a 6x6 paper pad, being single-sided, you could make an envelope for a 3x3 card or an ATC out of a sheet of 6x6. And you could have the white side as your outer envelope, and then you've got the inner, which would be pretty. Look at that image, that's nice. So you could just take that element and do something with it. Guide to Rose Culture. So this is very floral themed. Now, wouldn't it be funny if you actually knew somebody called James Price or John Barlow or Mrs. Hamilton? You could send them, make something with that on. Herbert Andrews, Australian Arms Hotel. So this is probably from a newspaper, from an old newspaper, the kind of adverts. But then you've got the floral over the top, and I like how you can see the text underneath, and it feels good quality. Now this is lovely, isn't it? So don't forget you get 2 of these, but they're wrapped separately, 2 of each sheet. That would be lovely on a little wedding card or an engagement card, wouldn't it? Or Valentine's. And the swans. Very useful background piece there. This is quite nice with the kind of rip in the paper. Again, quite Tim Holtzy vibes. I'm thinking, is it the Wallflower collection? Different colour palette, but you've got the same idea of the florals and the grungy script. This one's nice. That'd be nice for an envelope, wouldn't it? Again, typewriter. Oh, we've got 2 of those. Oh no, yeah, okay. Kiddygram. And then we're back to the map. So let's just say it says that we should have 12 different ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a repeat. 10, 11, 12, 13. So they've given me 13 sheets in there with 1 duplicated. I won't bore you with opening the other pack now. Maybe there's a doubling up of something in the other pack, but those feel quite nice to work with. Then the other pack that I chose was these, which is called Dreamlike. And I chose this because it reminded me of the Craft Consortium Inky Drops paper that looks like the alcohol ink backgrounds. Now, interestingly, these ones aren't wrapped separately. And this one is 160 GSM, 12 different designs times 2 sheets. So we should have 24 sheets. So I think this is £7.99, and that, as the cover sheet, is heavier. That's like double. So on the vintage paper, it was kind of like a coated thin paper, but this is, I would say that's more like 280, 300 GSM on there. The cat is causing chaos behind me. So you see what I mean about the Craft Consortium vibe going on. So we've got 2 of those purple ones, 2 of these, 2 of these. This I like, so that's 4 different ones. Oh, look at this. So it's got kind of like the faux, like the alloy or the mixative. This one's nice. I like that one. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Yes, so they haven't messed up on that one. And I thought we would do something with this today. So we're going to do a little ATC. And we're going to have a look to see how it will stand up to having some ink thrown at it, some stenciling paste thrown at it, etc, etc. So I'll just pop that down there out of the way, and I'm going to make a little ATC, and I think I know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to cut this down to size first of all. I've got my ATC blank here, which is 2.5 by 3.5, and I'm going to go to, I'm just going to go 1/8 of an inch smaller. I'm going to be a bit wasteful here actually, because I want part of this design, all will become clear. Okay, so that should fit nicely on there, and indeed it does. So I'm going to take a blending brush, And I'm going to come in with a little bit of this. Now, are we going to go chipped sapphire, I wonder? Or am I going to go black soot? Shout at me, what do you think? Chipped sapphire or black soot? I'm going to go chipped sapphire, I think, for this. Should have a bit of scrap paper underneath. Hang fire. Let's have a look and see. Because my glass mat is an absolute state at the moment. Here comes Blue again. Now she's caused carnage on my mat. Right, I think I want you like so. So I'm composing a little picture in my mind. And I'm just going to do that over the bottom of there, like so. And that stood up quite well to that. Then I'm going to come in with this, and I'm going to use black soot, if I can get it out. Just pop you out of the way. And I've got another stencil here. You can see I've been planning. And I'm going to do one of these birds. Try and do one of these birds. This, if I can get into the packet. This is a craft workshop, is it? Yeah, Crafter's Workshop. So that was a Lavinia that I used earlier. And I'm going to do this little bird on its branch, like so. There he is. That's quite nice, isn't it? And then actually, I'm going to come in and I'm going to extend that branch across the page a little bit. Don't know why you're meowing, Blue. You've been fed. And now it's stuck to that bit of washi tape I've got underneath. I think I'll leave that like that. I've got carnage going on underneath me. I'm just throwing things on the floor. Need to have a really big tidy up in here. That was just Distress ink rather than Distress Oxide. I did use Oxide Chipped Sapphire. And then I've found Lavinia birds. I think I'm going to have this little one here. Let's get a little block. Look at the state of that. Thank you, by the way. I just had a quick look on YouTube this morning, and I seem to have had a real flurry of new subscribers overnight. So thank you so much to everybody. If you're new here, you are very, very welcome. Thank you so much. Now, I'm going to kind of sit this bird underneath like this, and I might pick that with a stencil up and stencil another branch. I don't know. She wants to be let out. That's the problem. There we go. So there's that bird sat like so. Now I want to have a look and see if the stencil paste will work on this. Okay, so I'm going to use the same stencil in a minute, and I've got some Crafter's Workshop champagne stencil butter, but I just want to ground this bird a little bit first. So I must remember I've still got my gift voucher from the lovely Kath's to spend at Lavinia, and every time, you see, that's no good, it's too too thin, the paper. Every time I rip paper like this to make a little mask, I think, oh, I've got my voucher to spend at Lavinia Stamps, and she does these like little hill masks, doesn't she? So that is that. Now, before I put wet medium on, I'm going to just go around the edges of this with my black soot. Well, the paper's held up to everything so far, which is good. And then I'm going to come back in with this, and we'll have this coming down as if it is a little bit of foliage from a tree, like so. If I was clever, I would take that in place, but I'm not very clever. I'm just going to use a little bit of this champagne stencil butter. And it's like applying frosting, and I don't mind if I don't get a complete kind of coverage of it. What I don't want to do is get stencil butter on the bird. I should have put some paper over that, because knowing me, I will probably get stencil butter on it. Now I need a little bit more. I didn't use quite enough. I have to say that compared to texture paste, I find this more difficult to work with. I think it's because it is more like a butter consistency. Somebody will be screaming at the camera, Ashley, you don't do it like that. Your technique is appalling. And I don't mind if it's not even, so we just lift that to reveal. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this aside to dry, and we'll come back and finish the ATC together. So it's a little bit later now, and that paste is pretty much dry, but stencil butter. I don't mind the kind of uneven texture. It reminds me a little bit of kind of like those fresco walls. So I'm going to just adhere this to my ATC base now. And you can see on the back of the paper there isn't any kind of buckling where that wet medium has been applied. It's held up really well. There we go. Just needs a little bit of finishing touches now. So I've got my trusty Tim Holtz clippings book. Oh, 'Tis the Break of Day would be quite a nice one for birds, wouldn't it? If I can find it. Let's have a little look. The gate directed her coated with sugar smell. I've forgotten what we said now. 'Tis the break of day. What is the odds, or what are the odds of me finding it? Friendship. Actually, because this is going to be sent to somebody, I'm going to put friendship there. And we'll put it there in the bottom. I think just to finish off, I'll use my white gel pen. Let's just scribble it on here to make sure it's working. I'm just going to do a little eye there, little eye there, and then maybe a little bling to finish off, or should we just leave it like that? I think we'll leave it like that because there's quite a lot going on. Now, I've had a look at these papers and I think they are good value. However, because they're shipping from America, I think the postage is phenomenally expensive. So the actual base price of the 6x6 pads is very reasonable. $6.99, $7.99, $8.99. I haven't looked to see how much the 12x12s are, but with shipping from the US, that kind of brings it up to 16 quid for an order. There is 10% off if you buy 3 pads, so it's up to you. I like the paper, it feels nice to use, but as I say, postage to the UK might be a bit of a problem. If you're in the States, I think this is a good brand for you to perhaps consider purchasing from. I'll be back in a week or so, maybe a little bit longer, 10 days, with a little project from the vintage paper pad. So yeah, this is going to be part of something else, I think, so you'll probably see me again. So I'll say goodbye, but I'll probably be back. So it has been a productive day, but I haven't done everything on my list. So let's have a look and see what we've managed to do. Let's cross off. I did make a list. I have made 2 ACTs. I have nearly finished this video. I haven't finished Ellie's Bear. I'll talk about Ellie's Bear when it is finished, but I've done the difficult bit of the body and the head. And I've started the arms, they're stuffed, sewn together, and I've half sewn or a quarter sewn one of the legs together. So that might be something to do when tea's cooking. I can crack on with that. Got an easy tea tonight, just a ready meal from Aldi. I think it's prawn and chorizo and chicken risotto with a salad. Yes, I haven't done this. That's bad. I haven't done that. That is bad. So I need to make up time tomorrow. I did put washing on. I did hang the washing out, and I've put the washing away. I've phoned my mum and dad. I've updated my money journal, but I haven't made Ellie's card. Now, do you make yourself to-do lists? I've put myself under a lot of pressure today. So I need to do this still. I need to answer my YouTube comments. I need to make Ellie's card. And and I need to spend some time on this. Now, I'm not going to get all of that done today. No way. I've given myself too much to do. So I need to get up a little bit earlier tomorrow, and yeah, still lots to do. But I've had a good day. I hope you've enjoyed my little day in the life, and I'll be back, perhaps with face to camera, perhaps Thursday. I don't know. I still don't know whether I'm required at school or not because of the strikes. I am doing my after school club on Thursday, so I should be out doing that for an hour. But yes, if you do like this silly little bits of content, please give a thumbs up, like, share and subscribe, and thank you to everybody who has taken the time to watch today. Take care, everybody. Bye now.